Okay, welcome to this single leg squat and push-up workout. We don't need a lot of equipment for this. I am using a 2 kilo weight. I would recommend absolutely not using more than a 4. That would be really pushing it. You also don't have to use a weight if you don't have one. These movements are all really good if you're just body weight. I'm also utilising a step. So for our single leg squats, we're going to be doing lots of things where we step up into a single leg squat, or indeed we're also going to step down into a single leg squat. If you don't have a step, that's absolutely fine. A lot of us have a yoga block floating around at home, so you can also use that to step up, drop down, come off. So that's absolutely fine. If I say step, know that you can use your yoga block as an alternative, or as a modification, you don't have to use a step at all. So you could just step forward, drop into a squat, step back. And you can, of course, and I'll be reminding you throughout, reduce the range of motion that you use. It's going to be a lot of hamstring, a lot of quad, and a lot of glutes, and the whole leg, actually, lower leg, to decelerate and accelerate you through these movements. So go slow. If it's all new to you, start steady. For the push-up work, some of it you can modify by going on your knees, and if you're going to do that, you might also want a cushion, just to make it a little bit more comfortable if you're doing the movements on your knees. Right, with that said, let's go ahead and start with our step. Remember, you can do them on the floor. So what I'm going to do, step up onto my bench. As I do that, as soon as my foot touches, I'm dropping into my squat and then coming back off. So I drop and come off. Keep that going. We're going to go for quite a number on each side. Try to stay up nice and tall, so I don't want to let my, chest look at the ground like this. I want to think, chest looking forward. Imagine you've got lasers coming out of your chest, and you're just going to point them straight in front of you. Getting as low as you can while keeping that upright posture. Lovely stuff. Right, 2 and 1. Okay, squat to the other side. Straight away if you can. Coming with me. Make sure you drop as soon as that foot touches. So I'm not stepping up, then dropping. I want to get that really fast kind of deceleration of my muscles that has to happen in my core and in my legs, so I don't just continue and do a roly-poly as I go forward. Okay, keep that going. Whoa, nearly fell over. Gonna go for last 2 and 1. Lovely stuff. Okay, following on from that, the second movement that we're going to do of the day is the same thing. We're just going to step up to the side or step off to the side if you're not using a step. So I step up, as soon as my foot lands, drop into my squat, come down, step up and drop, come down. Keep that going. Remember, staying nice and tall through your posture. You've really got to let the knee that you're squatting on come forwards over the toe, because if I try and stick my bum back too much, my chest is just going to end up looking at the ground. So to stay tall, I want to let that knee come forward, like so. Keep that going for 2 and 1. Lovely stuff. Let me just move my step over so I can actually do both sides. All right, keep going, other side. Oh, you might find one side it's a little bit harder than the other. For me today, that is this leg for sure. It's like, really? You want to do this now? That's okay, go with it. You'll find if you're using the step, perhaps, it's actually you'll hit range faster, because the minute I step up, I'm already kind of in that squat position. So it's potentially a little bit harder than when you're stepping onto the floor, and you can just control how low you go. Last one. Whew. All right, so step out of the way. We're coming into our first push-up movement. So these are tricky. You'll be okay. Lots of modifications. What we're going to do from a plank position, starting with my hands underneath my armpits, stepping my hand out to the side. As soon as it's there, I'm going to drop into a push-up. As I step it back together, I'm going to straighten my arms. So, in your plank position, hands underneath the armpits, I'm going to take my step out to the side, drop into my push-up, and bring it back in. Now, if that seems way too difficult, I want you to drop to your knees, decrease the amount of depth that you get, so you don't have to get, say, woo, all the way down. All right, we're going to go for 30 seconds of this, and then we're going to come back to a squat variation. So, set up, 3, 2, 1, let's go together. We go down and in. I actually recommend dropping as soon as your hand hits the ground, because that momentum will then carry you through and actually make it slightly easier to get back to the middle. We're nearly there, 10 seconds. Nearly headbutting my steps, that's nice. Last couple, last one in fact, and rest it there. Well done. Take a short break, grab some water. Next move, I want you to pick up your light weight. Once again, you do not have to do this weighted, so if those squats already felt hard enough, that's fine. Stick with that. Don't pick up a weight. What I'm going to do is step up onto my step, drop into that squat like we did before. As I do that, I'm going to reach my weight across my bent leg and come on down. Okay, so let's give that a go together. So I'm going to step up, reach across, and come down. I've got one more thing to add to that. So what I'm going to do is go into my squat, step down, and then whichever leg stepped up onto my step, I'm going to hop forward onto, not too much bend in the knee, and then hop back. So keeping my balance, I step up, drop into my squat, come down, hop, and back. To make that a little bit easier, please feel free to step, step. So take out the jump. Let's give it a go together. So I step up, squat, reach, come down, hop, or step and back. Keep that going. And continue. Remember, stay nice and tall for that squat. I'm not letting my chest look at the floor. In fact, just stay up tall throughout, really. You want to think proud posture. Lots of core here. Really good for ankle stability. Anyone that loves to hike, run, do something where your ankles have to change direction quite fast, like in a racket sport, something like that. Whew. As you can tell, it's also quite good cardio. Last time. Well done. Right, let's swap to the other leg. Get a short rest while I move my bench. All right, let's go together. So, stepping up, squat, reach across, come down, hop, and back. Step up, squat, try and move it quicker than me. So as soon as that foot lands, I'm going into my squat rather than stepping, squat, and coming down as much as possible. If you need to slow it down, feel free to do that. But if you can, step and drop, down, jump, and back. Step and drop. Remember, step it out if you need to. Well done. Keep it going for me. Let's go for one more. Make it goodie, big jump, and rest it there. Well done. Gonna move my bench out of the way this time, so I don't almost headbutt it like the last round. We have our push-ups again. So, this round we're adding a leg and an arm movement. So, from my plank position, I'm essentially going to take my hand out like I did last time, but at the same time, taking my foot out. So I'm going to go here, into my push-up, and bring it back in. Alternating legs. Once again, you can please feel free to do this on your knees, and I want you to move your hand and your knee out to the side. Once they're there, drop, and then move them back in. You can do that one at a time. So I can go hand, knee, down, hand, leg. Reduce the range as much as you need to, okay? You can really start quite small. Now, if you're quite familiar with push-ups, you love a push-up, please feel free to join me on my feet and get as much range as we can for the next 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go. To take a step out and back in. And if you really want to challenge yourself, I'm trying to move my hand and my foot at exactly the same time. If you need to make it a little bit easier, like I said, I can go hand, foot, push up, hand, foot. But if you want to increase the challenge, everything at the same time, please. Keep that going. We're going to go for one more. And rest it there. Well done. Grab yourselves a bit of water. We are almost there. So our almost last move. We're going to step up onto our bench, coming forward or onto the floor, as I said. So what we're going to do, step up. Once again, you know the drill. As soon as that foot lands, I'm landing in my single leg squat. From there, this leg that's not currently touching anything is going to come through onto the ground. And then I'm going to launch myself to the side. Come back round, start again, same leg. So I step up into my squat, step down, hop across. Now, I made that quite dynamic, quite hoppy. Once again, if you want to, I step into a squat. I don't need to make that very low. I step forward, I step across. Okay? You only need to add a little bit more of a jump if you want to. Okay? Let's give it a go together. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same leg each time. Try and make the biggest jump that you can and get as low as you can from the squat. So I'm really, from my squat, trying to land and change direction as fast as I can. Again, great for that ankle stability. If you're in a sport where you need to change direction fast, this is really good. Or you just simply want to work your legs really hard and get your heart rate up. That'll work too. Right, you're going to give me one more, then we'll swap legs. And we've got one more push-up move to do after this. So, let's change to the other side. 3, 2, 1. Go together, step up, drop down, big jump across. Come back round, same thing. Drop, step, and across. See if you can make it a little bit quicker than me. That was a bit better. So from that landing, as soon as I land, I'm trying to jump as far as I can. Nice push over to the side. 2 more rounds. One more time. Then 30 more seconds of push-ups. Then you are done. Well done. All right. Moving my bench out of the way so I don't headbutt it. We have got our last round of push-ups. And I'm going to stand up to show you. It's relatively similar to the last one, but instead of going same hand, same leg, we're going opposite hand, opposite leg. Okay, so if my right hand moves out to the side, my left leg moves out, and vice versa. Okay, as always, please feel free to do this on your knees, and you can split it up, so I can go hand, leg, push up, hand, leg, and then alternating. That's absolutely fine. Or you can join me and try and get them at the same time on the feet, like so. Last move of the day, 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, let's finish this together. My bad, got it wrong. You are almost there, nearly done for the day. We're going to go for 3, 2, and one more, and rest there. Really well done. If you're trying to build your push-ups to be a little bit stronger, you just did a minute and a half of different variations to challenge you, hopefully keep you a little bit more distracted, give you a little bit of a new challenge. And the single leg squat, the dynamic stuff, also really, really tricky. If you have any questions, drop them below. And if you want to see more workouts like this, let me know.